We are Ramblers. Digital Ramblers. From the start of the day till the end, we work on our iPads. We can work on homework, research a topic, organize our notes and assignments, and many more. But the cool thing is that everything you need for class is on the iPad. While students are in class, the teacher will usually start off by instructing them to go on iTunes U, where usually homework and worksheets for class is posted. Then, before beginning class, the teacher will post and explain the topic that they will be learning for the class that day.
I like the iPads here at Loyola because it helps me stay in touch and connect more with my teachers. There's this app we have that I really like called iTunes U. This helps me know my homework and email my teachers if I have any questions.
The most used app at Loyola is called Notability. Notability allows students to take notes digitally. There is a ton of qualities that make it easier to take notes on, like being able to write, type, add pictures of diagrams, highlight, record audio, and many more things that you can add to your notes.
One other thing that I like about the iPad is Notability. It makes things a lot more organized, especially with the tabs in the corner.
The iPad gives the students the ability to use the internet at their fingertips. They can watch an educational video on YouTube, search for a definition, or Google anything that they please, with only a touch on a screen. After finishing homework or a worksheet in class, the students send it to a virtual shared folder with the teacher, where he can look at and grade their work. The iPad gives us a variety of educational apps. Along with iTunes U and Notability, there are many more amazing apps that help a lot with the students and their studies. Some students like to work on their homework during their free periods. However, others also like to play games or go on social media.
During my free periods on my iPad, I usually either do my homework or, honestly, most of the time I do play games. That's what pretty much everyone does. Ben 25, stuff like that. But it is a great working tool.
So during free periods, I use our iPad for reading and educational purposes.
Thanks. Students do play games with their friends in the cafeteria and student center, but students also find games and social media distracting in class.
Personally, yes, I find it very distracting. I feel like the apps that I have on my iPad are almost, I guess, controlling my life. I play this game called Hungry Shark Evolution, and I find I'll be sitting in my class and I'll be like, oh, gotta feed my shark, gotta feed my shark.
My iPad's always in front of me and I'm always wondering what's going on Twitter. I'm always on Twitter or Facebook. I'm never not on Twitter.
No.
So it's pretty distracting. Yeah.
Also, we have iMessaging on there, so that's hard. If your friend has, we all have iPads, so it's easy to just send a text to someone in class or text them with an iPhone.
Along with some negative uses, there are also tons of positives for using the iPad in school.
Another thing I like about the iPad is that teachers can upload lectures to here, and the students can go home and watch it, and we'll already know the lesson. And by doing that, we save more time in the classroom so we can go further in our courses.
I was in the pilot program last year, and so before I was all into playing games and going on Facebook, and then later on I really realized how it really distracted me. So what I did is that I decided to delete all of my games and delete all of my social media apps on my iPad, so that I could be more focused on my schoolwork. And now this year, since I have all of that off of my iPad, I'm definitely a lot more focused on my schoolwork.
I like the iPad because I don't have to run to my locker anymore. My backpack's a lot lighter.
organization?
I think it's pretty helpful because like you can put like all your notes and stuff on like the same thing, and like it's really organization like this.
Sometimes I do like it because you have to carry around these huge textbooks and you have everything on here so that, you know, if you forget something, it's all on here. So it's really easy to access things, but overall I really do like it.
And then finally, at the end of the day, we use the iPad as a tool to reach the goal as Ramblers. Because we are digital Ramblers.